Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? One of the reasons why I don't like vlogging inside is because I have such a hard time getting this camera set up. I literally have you guys, like, the tripod, you know how a tripod is? I have two sticks of the tripod behind the bed frame, and then I have one stick of the tripod, like, on the bed frame. So if I move at all, like, the camera is, like, disjointed and starts going crazy. Not to mention that this is, like, not the most comfortable way to sit in the entire world, but it is what it is. It's very cold outside today. I actually probably with a coat could vlog outside, but I'm not going to. Alex went over to a friend's house after we had brunch today to watch the football game. I said, what football game are you guys watching? And he said, I don't know. It could be the Olympics as far as I'm concerned. He goes, because I don't know anything about football. He went with another, so this is like the group that we went to Florida with a couple years ago, the couples. So he went with the one couple over to the other couple's house. And so he was like, do you want to come over there? And I was like, no. I was like, I need to film some videos. So I want to get this done. And I didn't vlog yesterday. And I want to make sure that I vlog today. So he was like, okay. And he was just going to be over there for a couple hours. So here it is. I filmed a drama video, and I filmed a review video, and I also wanted to take a nap. So when I get done with all of this stuff, I'm going to hang out with Mr. Boo Radley, who's sitting right here. Hi, Mr. Boo Radley. He said, this is my favorite place in the entire world, the bed. He loves being in the bed. So, how are you guys doing today? I'm looking through my stuff over here. Hi. It's cold. It's cold in Indiana. We woke up yesterday and there were about 2.5 inches of snow on the ground, which you guys know that I love the prettiness of the snow. I love snow at Christmas time and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know that I am ready yet, and I don't know that I realized this until yesterday. I don't know that I'm ready yet for the sub-zero temperatures of winter. It wasn't just that we had snow. The snow was very pretty. It was like, remember that, there's like I think it might be a Robert Frost poem, something about the snow is on the pumpkin. My mom used to always say that, when the snow is on the pumpkin. But anyway, so it was funny because I had the two pumpkins out at the front of our walk, and they were completely covered in snow. And anyway, it was very pretty, but it was literally like, it felt like sub-zero temperatures. It was freezing cold, and it was windy, which made it even more biting cold last night when we went to this wedding. So I had planned to like either maybe wear like a shirt with a sweater over it, or I just kind of had to change what I was wearing at the last second because it was like really, really cold. And I'm glad I did, because the place that they had the wedding at, it was like it's all surrounded by windows, and so it was kind of cold in there. So I'm glad I did. I wore the pants and the jacket that I had gotten from Macy's, but then I was gonna wear this turtleneck sweater, but when I put the turtleneck sweater on, it was so wrinkled, and I took the jacket off, and I said, because I thought I'm probably not gonna sit there with this jacket on the whole time, which I ended up sitting there with the jacket on the whole time because it was so cold. But I took the jacket off and I said, what do you think? And I said, I feel like it kind of makes me look kind of frumpy. And it's like, do you think it's wrinkled? And Alex goes, it's kind of wrinkled. And I said, okay. I said, let me run upstairs really quick. So I ran upstairs, and I actually had this like Calvin Klein, like dark navy blue sweater. And so I wore that, and I didn't put a shirt underneath it, because I wanted to just be comfortable. And so I wore it with the jacket. It looked really nice. It looked very nice. And Alex actually wore a suit with a sweater underneath it as well. The guy that was at the table next to us, he was like the cousin of the groom, and he and his wife were like, they were down from Chicago, and he had on like a suit with like a shirt and tie, but he had like a what do you call it? I don't know, like a quilted, not a fleece, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like a puffy coat material. He had like that kind of material vest like over his shirt and tie, but under his jacket, and it was like it looked cute, but I was like, are you really that cold? He's like, I'm really that cold. So anyway, and it was fun. The wedding was absolutely beautiful. I didn't wake up in time to get a bunch of stuff done yesterday because we were kind of like rushing around and whatever. So I didn't get a chance to vlog yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to film any videos for my other channel. So thank you guys for understanding. I posted it on my community tab, and I posted it in the Vloggerinos group that I wasn't vlogging yesterday. So I appreciate you guys understanding. You guys left really supportive comments, and I appreciate that. We got to the wedding. The wedding started at 4:30. We got there about 4:15. And it was a big wedding. There was probably like 150 people. And it was beautiful because it was, like I said, like all these like windows. So they got married and had the reception at the same place. And it was this place it was at the same place that my cousin had her wedding reception, which was back in the day called Oak Hill Mansion. And it was just beautiful. And so the back of it and the side of it like all backs up to like woods and a creek, like a big creek. And it might be White River, I don't know, but I don't think so. And so when you're at, like during the day, like because it was still light when they got married, you could see the woods and you could see all the snow and everything like that. It was just absolutely beautiful. And they had like this, like the altar, like where they were married, like what, you know, that area that was built was like made out of like twigs and like fallish looking like flowers. The whole thing was very beautiful. And then that was 4:30 to 5. And that I'm always very conscious. Like this was something that was really important to me at our wedding. And I think it's because my mom was like so traditional with these things at weddings. But like one thing for me that's always very important is that people get married on the up. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So it's like 4:30 to 5, 5:30 to 6. You're supposed to get married on the up, because if you get married on the up, that means your like wedding will always like have good, like your marriage will always have good luck. So it'll always be on the up. Which they did. They got married at like right before like 10 till 5. So anyway, then afterwards they had like cocktail hour for like while they took pictures and stuff. From 5 to 6, and then they like ushered us all in to like the reception hall, which was partly the area where they had gotten married, and then partly like the other part of this like mansion area. And it was really nice. It was beautiful, and it was like all low lit and, you know, chandeliers and stuff like that. It's really a pretty venue. I'd actually been there. So where Alex used to work, they used to have Christmas parties there. So we had been there for quite a few Christmas parties, and there were a bunch of people that Alex used to work with because he knew this person through work. And, so it was funny because it was kind of like at one point we were all sitting around and I was like, this feels like an old Christmas party. But anyway, and nobody works there anymore. So yeah, it was good to see a bunch of people that we hadn't seen in a long time. That was really fun because we thought it was going to just be this one couple. So that was really fun. I think it was especially really fun for Alex because he got to see a lot of people that he hadn't seen in a long time. And the dinner was really good. I actually put it on my Instagram story, like the menu. It was like, the salad was like lettuce, but it wasn't like regular lettuce. It was like, what's that lettuce called that I can never remember? Oh, shoot. Anyway, it was like, you know, fancy weed-looking wet lettuce and like apple slices and pecans and this really good dressing and like feta cheese. And then they had like dinner rolls, and then they had an open bar, so I had like started off drinking Diet Coke, but then I was like, I kind of feel like having just regular Coke, so I started drinking just regular Coke. And then like Alex had put in for me to have a vegetarian meal, which was so nice. They got like pork loin with like corn succotash and like Brussels sprouts and potatoes was like their meal. And it was all like in this bowl. It was very cool how they did it. Mine was like couscous with like these like corn patties on top of it. It was really nice. And then for dessert, they had like a cupcake like bar that they did that had like all these different cupcakes on it. It was really cool. And then they also had, well, this was after we left, because so this couple that we're friends with, by us, because we were sitting kind of in the back, we kept on talking about this one table and it said nacho bar on it, but the nacho bar never opened. And so finally he was like, oh, I bet it's like for a late night snack, because at one point we were standing by this thing by the front door, like during the cocktail hour, and Alex, they had these glow sticks and it said for the send-off. But the send-off was at 11, and the dinner I was like, this is a long reception. Like, I don't know that I can make it 5 hours. Like, when you're not, you don't drink and all that, like, 5 hours for a wedding reception, that's a long wedding reception. But we left about 9 o'clock, and my friend texted me, like, right afterwards. He was like, the nacho bar just opened. He's like, you're missing the nacho bar. So anyway, we left about 9. Alex was so sweet. He was like, a couple of our friends had already left, and he was like, whenever you want to leave, we can leave. It was so cold outside, and it just was like, so we were like both ready to kind of get home. And little Boo Radley, we needed to take him out, right, Boo Boo? Yeah, because little dogs need to go outside and go potties. So we came home and took him out and all that stuff. And then I was like so tired. The night before I had gone to bed early and I like slept long time. So I'd slept like, I should have been like wide awake, but I was tired. I think it was from the cold and just like, hanging out and talking to people and whatever. And also standing for a really long period of time. Like at one point I had to like find a seat. I was like, I can't, like this was during the cocktail hour. I was talking to our friend and I was like, or our friend's husband. And I was like, I have to find a place to sit. I can't continue to stand because my back is hurting me. So yeah, we came home and then, got home about 9:15, 9:30. And Alex was just like, he like immediately got into bed and was like tired and was like looking at TikToks and stuff. And so I was like, I'm going to lay down for a little bit, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to watch some TV. And honestly, my plan was to get up and to watch Manifest because I only had 3 episodes left. I think I have, yeah, I'm on episode 11. I thought, like I said, I thought I was further along than I am, but I wasn't apparently. So anyway, so I woke up, and I think I woke up at like 11:30, something like that, and was really hungry, which was weird because I had eaten all this stuff, at dinner. What is it, honey? You okay? You come over here with Dad? No? You're doing okay right where you're at? You didn't want any of your dinner tonight, did you? He said, no, I'm saving it for later. So I got up and I looked on Netflix because I was like looking to see what movies were out that I could like watch and maybe review for my review channel. And Where the Crawdads Sing was out, I noticed. And I was like, oh my God, like I have wanted to... I had seen on there that this Lindsay Lohan Falling for Christmas movie had come out, but I wasn't really sure like I really wanted to watch it yet. I knew I would watch it, but I wasn't sure that I wanted to watch it yet. But it was trending like #1 in the United States, and so I kind of thought to myself, well, that would be a good movie to watch, to review, because it's like trending #1, and so probably a lot of people had watched it, But... when I saw that Where the Crawdads Sing had come out on Netflix, I was like, oh, because I've wanted to see that since it came out. If you guys, if you remember me talking about it back in the day, when I read the book, it was like one of my favorite books that I read. I think I read it I think I listened to it on Audible, during the lockdown. Like that was one of the books that I listened to like while I was playing Words with Friends and stuff like that. And that was like, because I remember I listened to Grady Hendrix. Whenever I talk about Grady Hendrix books, I always forget about this book. I don't know why, but the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is such a great book. I read that one. I read a couple Grady Hendrix books during that time. And then I feel like I read Educated, because Caroline had told me to read that book. And then I read the one that they made into a television series on with Reese Witherspoon on Hulu, which I still haven't watched. My phone is downstairs, or I would look it up and see. Are you getting your spot ready, honey? Well, I can't remember what that one is called. But anyway, I think I listened to what the Crawdads sang during that time. And it was like quickly like, if you go back and watch my vlog, if you can find the ones where I'm talking about it, I think I said in there at the time like that, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird had always been my favorite book and movie. And that this would be a close second, or maybe I even liked it more than To Kill a Mockingbird. And so I've been really excited to see the movie. Now, I had thought that when Tani went and saw it in the movie theater, I thought when I had, because I can remember she asked me when she went to go see it, she asked me if I wanted to go. And I can't remember what I was doing, but I didn't want to go. So anyway, I think she asked me, or maybe she just told me that she was going to it or something like that. But anyway, I thought that she had said that she was like, I really liked it, but it was so different than the book. And so I went into it last night watching it and not really, I don't want to say a whole bunch about it because I want to do my review on it tomorrow. I just will say I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, and that's all I'll say about it because I want to talk about it in my review tomorrow. And then after that, it was like 4:45 and I was still like wide awake. And so, because I had made a cup of coffee. Oh, no. So I watched that, and then I watched Falling for Christmas with Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet. And during that, I had made a cup of coffee because I got this Barney's Santa's White Christmas or something. And so I made a cup of coffee and had that while I was watching that Christmas movie. So of course, sometimes I can like drink a cup of coffee and then like fall asleep like that. And so I wasn't really worried about it. What is it, honey? Do you want to come over here and say hi to everybody? You do? Come here. Come here. Say, are we going to sleep for the night yet? Come here. Oh, there he is. Do you want to say hello to anybody? Aww. See, this is our favorite thing to do, isn't it? Just to hang out and to cuddle. Who's the best boy in the whole world? Boo Radley is. Yeah, everybody tells him that. What is it? He said, don't worry about me, I'm my own person. What is it? What is it? He stops and then he like listens for a second. He goes, what is he scratches and then he smells it. And it's like, what are you scratching and smelling? What are you smelling, honey? Did you find a place to sit yet? So I was still not ready to go to sleep. So I watched half of an episode of Manifest, and then it was like a wall. I hit the wall. What's the saying? Like, I hit a wall or the wall hit me or whatever, and I was like so tired. And so I went to sleep. And but then I got up here and I tossed and I turned and I tossed and I turned and I couldn't fall asleep to save my life. So, yeah. Eventually I fell asleep. I was actually going to go downstairs and I was going to have a little snack. And then I was like, just stay in bed. You don't need a little snack. Just stay in bed. And so I stayed in bed and I fell asleep. And then we got up today and we went to brunch. And Alex had his tomato artichoke soup with lots of croutons and a cup of coffee. And I had, and then he had his Cuban. And he ate it all. He was like, I was so hungry. He's like, I don't know what is... He like ate it all and very quickly. He was like, I was so hungry. I don't know what happened. And, excuse me, I got the California Dreamer omelet, add Gouda. And then I got potatoes. I got like, they gave me like tons of potatoes today. And then I got everything bagel toasted with butter and cream cheese. I ate about a third of the potatoes and half of the bagel, and brought those home, the rest of it home, and I ate almost all of my omelet. I left just a little bit of it, and I drank my coffee. Coffee today was, I think it was chocolate raspberry. It was delicious. I have a little bit of it left downstairs because I brought some home. And then that was when Alex was like getting ready to go to, so he just like dropped me off when he came home. And he just like dropped me off and put up the garage door, and then he drove over to our friend's house, and they were driving together to our friends because our other friends like live kind of like far away. Yeah, and then she was going to make some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of dinner for everybody while they were watching the football game. So I have no clue what football game it was, probably the Colts or something like that. And yeah, that's it. And then Alex will probably be home here in just a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight. I have to get up early tomorrow for my CAT scan. I have to Uber there and Uber back. So I've got to get up to make sure that I get an Uber here in time to get to that appointment. And then when I come home, I'm going to film a bunch of videos, and then I kind of already know the videos that I'm going to film tomorrow. Well, I'm going to film the review of Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm going to do a Peterisms video. Well, this is my plan, plan of action if all things go well. I'm going to film a review of Where the Crawdads Sing, and then I want to do a Peterisms video, and then I know what drama video I'm going to do tomorrow, and then the only thing I don't know that I would do is like a Peter Does Stuff video. I don't know what that would be that I would do tomorrow. I have a couple of different ideas for things I could do. And then, I just actually thought of an idea while I was just like sitting here. And then my vlog. And then I need to get ready so that I can get to our marriage counseling session tomorrow, early evening. We have marriage counseling tomorrow. And then Tuesday night is my meeting, which Alex just told me today that he has to take me to Tanya's early because he has like a dinner date with some girlfriends on Tuesday evening. So he's going to take me to Tanya's early on Tuesday. And then Wednesday or Thursday, Alex and I might go, like as soon as he gets off work, we might go see a movie. We talked about that today, that we want to go see. Like, there's a couple of movies we want to go see. And then I have my dental appointment Thursday morning at 8 a.m. I'm not excited about this at all. And then, yeah, and then Alex leaves on Friday. Not really sure what time. I think like early afternoon or something like that, to go meet his cousin. And it's a Boo Radley and Peter's bachelor weekend. Boo Radley and Peter's bachelor weekend. Don't worry about us. Do you remember that song with your brother Pee-Pee, honey? So, and I have no plans for this weekend whatsoever. I'm going to actually have to go to the groceries. I'm going to have to go to the grocery store on Thursday. Oh, and Caroline and I are hanging out together on... That's why Alex and I couldn't figure out what day we were going to do the movie, because I think Caroline and I are hanging out Wednesday. She texted me today. to do like errands and have cousin fun day. And then she texted me a place to go and try for brunch. We're trying to like try different places for brunch every week. I really want to go back to this place that we went last week. We're not going this week, but I really want to go back to this place called Big Bear's Biscuits, because they had the vegetarian biscuits and gravy. Oh my God, it was so good. I really want to go back there. I'm sure we will in the next couple weeks sometime. But so yeah, so that's my exciting week. I'm probably going to put out a bunch of videos next weekend because, like I said, it's just going to be us here, me and Boo Radley. Yet I need to go and get some groceries too. Because I don't want to like I just don't want to order in all next weekend. Like I don't want to just like get Jack's Pizza, get this, get that. Like I just don't want to do that the whole weekend, because then I'll just be eating like so bad. And actually today I was kind of like thinking about this with pizza, because last night I had like 2 pieces of pizza and I was like, I'm kind of over pizza a little bit. Like, do you remember when I talked about that with coffee? And then I went through a period where I was kind of like, I'm kind of over coffee. And now I'm like kind of back to liking coffee again. Do you guys go through that with like different food? I remember I used to eat Subway. So I haven't had Subway in so long. Subway has been sounding so good to me lately. But I went through a period like that with Subway where I ate Subway like literally every day at work. I mean, every day we would go to Subway. And me and this girl that I worked with. And I just would get so bored of it that I just was like, I don't want any more Subway ever again. And I'm starting to feel that way about pizza. Like, I feel like we've had pizza a lot recently. I ordered Jets. We've ordered Papa John's twice. I don't even think I said that on here the other night, because we ordered it after I vlogged, but that would have been Friday night. I think was that Friday night that was Friday night the night that we ordered pizza and we watched Salt Lake City and we watched the 2 episodes. I think that must have been Friday night. We watched the 2 episodes of American Horror Story. Are you guys watching American Horror Story this season? And it's really, really good. Sounded like somebody was walking up our walkway. American Horror Story is really good. Very scary. But I think it's really well done. Really interesting point of view that they're taking this season. It kind of reminds me of a couple other things that I've seen through the year. So there's part of it that really reminds me of the movie Longtime Companion, if you've ever seen that. That really is all about AIDS. And then there's a couple other movies that it reminds me of as well. But I really like it. It's really good. The last couple episodes have been pretty scary. And then Salt Lake City is just like crazy. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. A lot of people are speculating that this is going to be like the last season, but I just don't believe that. I can't imagine this will be the last season of Salt Lake City. So anyway, little Boo Radley. Do you guys want to know what a circle looks like that I talk about? So you guys know, when I say that Boo Radley gets in his little circle, this is a Boo Radley circle. That's what I mean. Do you guys see? And he's in his circle, sleeping. Hi, honey. Gonna. Did somebody wake up? You did? Hold on a second. I'm gonna. See, I can't like put these things down now for the tripod. Hold on. So that I can just put the tripod up. And then I can lay on the bed. Well, I should probably just like wait. Is it gonna... We're like a minute out. Maybe I can get comfortable. And then... You guys, I'm trying so hard to do something different. It's just not working very well for me. Anyway, okay. There's Mr. Boo Radley. Yeah, this is not real comfortable. Oh my gosh. I will tell you this, though. He loves running around outside. Don't you, honey? Oh. Yeah. This little white spot is like one of my favorite spots on him. Isn't that so cute? He's had it his whole life, that little white spot. It's like his little birthmark. Okay. You guys aren't even on the tripod. You're like leaning up against the pillow. Oh, Lord. Well, if I thought that you guys cared about the quality of the video, I probably would have stopped vlogging years ago. But anyway, just don't fall. Please just don't fall. Okay. Boo Radley, do you think your dad is crazy? You do? Do you want to tell the people what words you know? Not tonight, you don't? Are you in your circle? He's such a good boy. Isn't it crazy to think that, like, our pets, like, unless you take them to, like, doggy daycare and stuff or whatever, like, they really only know us. And they're, like, so dependent on us. And they, like, love us unconditionally. Pretty special. You're a pretty special little guy. I also love, right here, hold on, this little hair right here that sticks up on his head. Can you see it? Hold on. Do you see this? What do you think about that little part there, Boo Radley? Do you like that hairdo right there? Hairdo's for you. I know. Hi, honey. What are we going to do tonight? Huh? What do you want to do tonight? You want to watch movies? You want to have popcorn? He doesn't eat popcorn. He doesn't eat any human food. He never has. And he never will. Alex is, like, adamant about that. And, like, the couple times that I've tried, he just really doesn't, like it at all. I've told the story about the french fries with PP. Boo Radley didn't even really know what to do with the french fry. And he just, like, carried this soggy french fry around with him forever. And then he just, like, dropped it in front of PP. It was the sweetest thing. But, like, I've tried to, like, give them, back in the day, all of the dogs, like, little slices of fruit or vegetables that they're supposed to be good for dogs. Last Christmas, I think I talked about this on here. I made, like, homemade dog food for them, and I, like, looked up a recipe, and then I kind of, like, made my own version of it, and I put, like, beef stock with, like, peas and, like, beans and, like, sweet potatoes, like, all the things that, like, dogs are supposed to like, and I, like, put it in a crock pot and, like, made it and whatever, and it actually, like, smelled really good. Tucker and Boo Radley could not be bothered with it. They were like, they did not want any piece of it, any part of it whatsoever. Yeah, you said, no, we don't do all that fancy stuff. We don't do any of that fancy stuff. I fed him tonight. He didn't eat any of his food. It was funny because, like, I was watching this TikTok, and this guy was talking about how his dog, like, he had taken her to the vet, and they were saying that his dog was overweight because they wanted her ribs to show, which I don't know if that's, like, a vet thing or not. But they used to always say with Tucker that Tucker was, like, not, like, heavy overweight, but, like, that he could use, like, to lose a pound or two. And, like, people would always say, like, that would just, like, see Boo Radley, they'd be like, he's so skinny. Well, he's real long, like, where Tucker was, like, kind of short, not, like, short, but where Tucker was kind of, like, stout, like, Boo Radley is, like, really long, kind of like a mongoose. And, There's actually some cartoon from when I was growing up as a kid that Boo Radley kind of reminds me of a little bit. I think it was a mongoose in the cartoon. I can't remember what the cartoon was. But anyway, our vet has always said, like, and you can, like, feel his ribs and stuff, that she's always said that, like, he's super healthy. And let's hope he stays that way. Let's hope he stays that way, right, honey? Yeah. He's a happy dog. He gets lots of sleep. And he likes to go outside and run around and have adventures. And he likes to go across the street and see the neighbor. Yeah, it's his favorite thing. Yeah. Well, treats are probably his favorite thing. Are treats your favorite thing? Or Daddy? Is Daddy your favorite person in the whole world? Where's Daddy? He's gonna come home in just a little bit. Yeah, and then we're gonna hang out in bed like we always do. This wedding we went to last night, the guy was talking, or the father of the bride was giving like a speech, and he was talking about the family dog they had that lived to about 15. And it made me so sad. And then I was talking to our friend's husband because they had just lost 2 dogs within a year. And they don't have any kids either like us. And so we were talking about how, like, he was like, you know how it is. He was like, that it's kind of like for a lot of us that, like, you know, our pets are our kids. And he said it's so hard, you know. And they had just gotten a rescue dog. And so he was telling me all about him. And I said, what is it? You want more pets? You want more pets, don't you? And so we were talking about that, and I said, you know what's so hard is that, like, Boo Radley being, like, I don't like thinking about it, and I try to stay in the present, and I try to just be, like, you know, just enjoy each and every single day. But it's, like, the fact that he's over 13 now, you know? And it's, like, dogs don't live to be 20. Like, I mean, we know that, you know? I have this weird dream from time to time, and I've talked about it on here before, about this house that my mom lives in heaven. Have I talked to you guys about this? I think I have. It's like white house that has like no doors. It has like doors and windows, but they don't have like actual doors and windows on it. And she has like this huge like white bed that's like on this like these wood floors, and like it just like opens into this like field with like this like pond out there. And when Pee-Pee had passed away, like, I had these dreams that, like, Pee-Pee slept in this bed, at the end of the bed with her. And, you know, she would say, Pee-Pee, Pee-Pee, you know, she would call him and stuff like that. And since Tucker's passed away, I've had dreams that, like, Pee-Pee and Tucker both are there. Look at this little guy. He's so sweet, isn't he? I've had these dreams that, like, Tucker and Pee-Pee are, like, sleeping on the end of the bed. And, like, down to that side of the bed, and my mom's on this side of the bed. And I had this, like, image the other day. I don't know, I was just thinking about, like, him getting older and stuff like that. And I was like, it was such a weird thing. And I was like, I think Boo Radley's going to be like my mom's dog, which is so weird because my mom was always afraid of dogs. She had this weird fear of, like, anything. Snakes, dogs, insects. I mean, she was afraid of anything. Like, animal-wise. But I was like, I think that, like, Boo Radley, like, when he passes, is going to be, like, my mom's dog. Like, I think he's going to sleep, like, right next to her and take care of her and watch over her. You think so? I think so. He said, I'm not ready yet. I still got lots of more treats and adventures to have. Yeah. So anyway, what do you guys have going on this week? Anything exciting? Anything? What is it? Anything fun? What movie do you want to watch tonight? Do you want to watch a Christmas movie? Whenever I ask him that, so I always play this game where I'm like asking him questions. And I'm like, what movies do you want to watch? And he's like, movies with dogs. Alex starts laughing. He's like, you're so dumb. And I'm like, no, Boo Radley, but really, what movies? He's like, dog movies. I like movies with dogs. He's like, we need more movies with dogs. We do, though. More better movies with dogs, I think. Not just cartoon dogs either, like real dogs. All right, you guys, listen, I'm going to get off here so that I can start rendering and getting this vlog uploaded. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me in the bedroom tonight. This was fun. And I think the next couple days I'll probably just put on my winter coat and sit out on the front porch and just practice for the month ahead. He just laid down. He said, I'm done. He said, I'm done. Look. He said, I'm done with all this razzmatazz. Anyway, there's the end of my Pendleton blanket. Isn't it so pretty? So, that I got at Costco. It was like $30. It's not actually like a Pendleton wool blanket. It's like a fleece blanket, so it's different than but it is Pendleton brand. But it's not like the wool blankets that are like $300 or something on the website. But I like it better that it's fleece. So anyway, all right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me in the bedroom tonight. It's been fun, and I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday and getting ready for the week ahead and getting refreshed, rejuvenated, renewed, and relaxed. Oh, there's 4 words for the week ahead. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Actually, Tanya was telling me that she went to a meeting this morning with another one of our friends, and she said that she was like, oh, and she was like, I saw so-and-so, who's my friend that always says that to me whenever I see her. Well, my sponsor used to say it to me, and then also this woman that I know, she always says, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. So anyway, and so she saw her this morning, and she said, she told me to tell you hi. But anyway, yeah, and remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness. And 3, 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. You might just be putting a smile on their face, and you might be helping somebody start their week off with a little bit of happiness in their heart. And that's such a nice thing to do, right? And when we give to others, it makes us feel better, I think, as well. So anyway, and also be a little bit kinder. Be kinder to one another. Love one another a little bit more, and be kinder and love yourself a little bit more. And I love you guys, because that's, if we're being kinder to one another and we love one another a little bit more, then that's the truest way to be kinder and love ourselves a little bit more. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.